What is a labor management system? A labor management system is software that takes employee activity data and reports productivity levels on a group of employees or individual employees. Having an LMS helps workforce productivity by gaining visibility into not just how much, but where their workforce labor dollars are being spent. How does it measure employee performance and productivity levels? First, an acceptable performance level is defined for each process or type of work that is being done. A performance standard for each process is found in one of two ways. One, the classic way involves industrial engineers conducting time and motion studies. Engineers will spend about 10 hours measuring every process. Enterprise LMSs are typically set up this way. Two, another way involves having the data correlation define the performance standard by identifying the current level of productivity for all processes and then setting standards based on a stretched goal above the current level. It takes about 5 to 30 minutes for big data to define a performance standard. This approach is cheaper, faster, and incorporates hundreds of times more data than an engineer can capture through observation. Most EasyMetrics customers either use this approach to develop the standards, or they use these tools to refine and update the standards developed by engineers. After the performance standard is set, the LMS matches the standard to the employee's performance. The LMS tells you how she is doing, and if her work is up to the standard. Reports are generated, and managers can see which employees are performing well and which are not. What decisions can be made using an LMS? A labor management system can tell you 1. Which employees to promote or reward, and which might need training or counseling. 2. Which processes need improvement because they are inefficient or many employees are struggling with it. 3. Staffing levels needed for work forecast, so you have just the right amount of staff for the job. 4. Which customers are making or losing you money on labor. 5. How much time and money is being spent on each indirect or non-value-add process. Are LMSs only for large companies? How big does an operation need to be to gain value from an LMS? For enterprise-type LMSs, ROI occurs around 80 employees. EasyMetrics because it is cloud-based and its approach eliminates the need for engineered labor standards. A strong ROI can be achieved with as few as 20 to 40 employees. How does an LMS get data? Enterprise LMSs pull their data from a warehouse management system. EasyMetrics, however, compiles the data in the cloud from multiple data sources: WMS, Raymond's iWAREHOUSE system, time clocks, packaging software, and more. The algorithm makes sense of all of the separate data sources and feeds it back to the LMS for easy-to-use formatting, reporting, and visualization. Are LMSs only for warehouses? With the advancements in big data and correlation modeling, LMSs are not only available, but affordable to all kinds of labor-intensive work environments. Some of these include retail, agriculture, food processing, manufacturing, call centers, hospitality, airports, government, and more. Any operation where labor is a significant cost would benefit from an LMS. LMSs are no longer strictly the domain of warehouses. In fact, an LMS can have the highest P&L impact of any software system in any labor-intensive environment. What kind of activities does an LMS collect and track? An LMS typically tracks production activities from a WMS, such as picking, put away, receiving, and shipping, as well as indirect labor like maintenance, cleanup, and meetings. What is the difference between classic LMS and cloud LMS? Traditional enterprise LMSs cost between $500,000 to $2 million for one facility, between software licensing, industrial engineering, implementations, and ongoing licensing and support fees. Cloud-based LMSs require no hardware, greatly simplified software implementation, lower upfront costs, and lower support costs. How does an LMS know more than a really good supervisor? An LMS provides clear and objective data. Supervisors are frequently surprised to discover who are the really great performers when LMS is first rolled out. For example, extroverts often look like they are the busiest and most productive, but in reality, it's the steady eddies that are frequently the most productive. Data reveals what is difficult to measure by observation. Does having an LMS require your IT guy to create scripts to integrate the LMS and WMS? With Enterprise, yes. With EasyMetrics, no. Do all LMS require engineers or engineered labor standards? An LMS requires that labor standards be assigned to each process. EasyMetrics is the only system that uses data analysis to recommend those labor standards. Other systems require the company to either do their own data analysis or hire engineers to develop the standards. Want to learn more about how a labor management system can work for you?